You ready?
I'm ready. This is gonna be fun.
We're up here in southern Utah in the small town of Mexican Hat, just across the border from Arizona, from Monument Valley. And we rode up here this morning so that we could poke around this area because it's one of my favorite places in southern Utah to explore.
I am hoping that we can go down and do a little bit of swimming because the river's right here. There's a little dirt road that looks like it goes right down to the water. I feel like we might need to jump in. It's hot. So nice.
So we stopped and went swimming here, and we're trying to decide now if we want to continue on with plan A, which is to go up the Moki Dugway and camp up at the top at Mooley Point. And if you guys have watched this channel for a while, you know what Mooley Point is like. That's where I lost my drone last year when I was riding solo. And it's an epic camp spot. It's one of my favorite places, but it's hot, it's high, it's dry, and we've got the river here. So we were actually thinking maybe we should just camp down by the river. And there's a restaurant and a motel right across the street here too. So anyways, we're gonna go right around through the Valley of the Gods and then make our decision. So we came down to this area because we wanted to see if it was a good camp spot down by the river here. So we're just gonna poke down through the bushes here and have a look. This is a really beautiful spot right on the San Juan River. But in this particular spot, there's not really enough room to camp. So back to the bikes and back to getting Eva's bike out of the sand.
It just got really stuck.
You got yourself stuck good here. That's gonna require some digging. Maybe tip it over, fill the hole up with sand. So we're trying to get the pannier off here so we can lay the bike on its side and fill that hole up with sand. She doesn't think she has the right size Allen key, so I'm gonna see what we can do if we can get it off. Okay, I have one big hex wrench, but I don't know if it's the size you need.
Oh shit. Yeah! Yes! Oh, awesome!
There we go.
Whoa.
I got it.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you did it.
It wasn't the like victorious up on the pegs wheelie onto the road exit that I had envisioned, but I didn't get stuck and I didn't fall over, so I'll take it. You guys may have noticed that this bike has a winch on it. And that right there is the perfect winching scenario. But that said, I just put the winch on and got it hooked up yesterday, so the cable has not been spooled appropriately. And so to use the winch without tensioning the line and rewinding it appropriately could be disastrous on a lot of different levels and extremely dangerous. So we had to get it out the good old-fashioned way. But for all those people who saw me out on the road a couple weeks ago who were like, what do you need a winch on your bike for? That right there, textbook winching scenario. This bike has a winch on it. This is an ATV winch from a company called Super Winch, and had a custom mount fabricated for the crash bars. It's tied in to the main center support of the motorcycle, and it's really sturdy in so many ways. It's hardwired into the battery directly, and basically anytime you're winching, you have the bike on, but you're not doing any throttle. You're just using the winch control to spool it in or out. And the reason why this winch is on the bike in the first place is because this is a really special build that I've been putting together for Overland Expo, which is my company that I work for. And the entire bike, the premise is that it is the ultimate overland motorcycle. So she's a long haul trucker with tons of storage space, tons of great accessories, and things like this to get you out of a bind if you really get stuck. So we didn't get to use it today, but I can guarantee you that the next time this bike is buried up to its muffler in sand, this is going to be the secret to getting it out. So stay tuned for that episode. It's going to be good.
Pretty cool, huh? We had a hot ride today. We're gonna get camp set up and just enjoy a really nice evening up here on Mooley Point. What do you think? We got some cold beer in here?
He did that for you guys. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Is there some cold beer in this pan here? What do you think, huh? What do you think? That goes down good, huh?
It goes down so good. That's why I had to start carrying 2 hydro flasks.
Because you need all the beer?
Because one just isn't enough.
It's not enough. Well, this is a really classy set of hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, we're eating the fanciest we've ever eaten on this channel tonight.
When Sterling camps by himself, he makes like gourmet filet mignon, like all this fancy stuff. When he camps with me, random burrito, dude.
You guys said you wanted more Eva, so you gotta handle the Fritos. What a day.
Ah, what a lovely day.
I tell you, every day I go out riding and filming like this, I always think, oh, I'm getting started plenty early. I'll have enough time to film everything I want to. And then before I know it, the next minute the sun is setting and I haven't even accomplished half of what I set out to do. It just happens like that on every single one of these trips, and today is no exception. Like, this was the plan to come up here and camp.
Totally.
So we made it. We made it before the sun went down.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a good day. Worked according to plan, mostly, except for your little adventure in the sand.
That was some serious sand. I kind of think that Razzle Dazzle likes the sand. Like, I think she likes it. Or I think maybe she wants me to learn to like the sand.
Yeah.
Am I personifying my motorcycle too much?
Anthropomorphizing.
Anthropomorphizing my motorbike. So nice.
It's so nice, you know. I just wanted to have a fun, non-dramatic, easy ride. And it actually turned out to be a little more difficult than I wanted, extracting your bike and everything. Not that it was a big deal, it's not, but...
No, I felt like that was like Adventure 101 right there.
What was your high and low today?
Well, being up here is wonderful. I will say, being up here and having it be cool, that is a serious high. I mean, I did get my motorcycle stuck so bad today. I don't really count that as a low. I would say that the heat coming across the desert, there was a couple times today when the heat was really getting to me. Like, I was just feeling hot. I was feeling cooked, I'd say that was probably the low, but I don't know, like, got the bike stuck. I was totally bummed that I didn't have the right Allen key, but you happen to have this weird giant Allen key that's several sizes away from like the standard set, and so was able to take the panniers off, rock the bike back and forth and get it out. That was no problem. It was kind of a fun little adventure. Yeah, it was a workout. It was a little setback, but I mean, we had it out of there in a half hour.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some all-day ordeal, so I can't complain about that. I mean, I can't really complain about anything. It was gorgeous. Like, this is my stomping grounds. Northern Arizona and southern Utah. I've spent 15 years of my life roaming around this area, and I'm so happy to be here. This is 5 years. We've done so good 5 years.
The best.
Isn't that neat? That's my longest relationship.
Wow.
Officially.
Here's to 5 years. It's my longest good relationship.
I've stayed in way worse for way longer.
So you guys might have seen me use this a few times before already. This is something new that I got this winter, and it's a camp kitchen. It's made by the Adventure Tool Company, and I ordered it online after doing some research and looking just for something like this. And the reason, it's pretty obvious. It's that I have a lot of different things in my camp kitchen, and I was kind of looking for one place to be able to put everything into one simple container so that it's all in one place, and so that stuff doesn't vibrate and rub on each other or on the inside of the panniers as much, because you notice what happens when you carry your motorcycle gear. It's always rubbing against something, and it gets kind of worn out and just tarnished, and So I was looking for something to kind of organize my camp kitchen. So I found this. It's super rugged, super heavy duty, really well constructed, and I can fit just about everything I need for what I would call my deluxe camp kitchen. And so that's kind of the point of this. It's super deluxe. It weighs a ton. When you fold it up and I put it in my bike, it practically takes up an entire pannier. But that said, it's got everything that I need. It's more than just a camp kitchen. It's actually kind of like my survival kit as well. I've got my fixed blade bushcraft knife. I've got my saw to cut wood for the firebox stove, which is down here. I've got my MSR water filter, the collapsible sink to do my dishes, all the soap and scrubbies that I need to do the dishes. I've actually got a frying pan and 2 plates inside of here. The pot lifter, silverware, folding chef's knife, fire gloves, tin foil, spatula, wooden spoon. It's so cool. It's all here. It's all really well organized, and it just lives in one of my panniers. And every night I can break out this kit, hang it up on the bike or on a tree or whatever, and there it is. So anyways, just a quick look at this new deluxe camp kitchen kit that I kind of put together. The case itself is, again, by a company called Adventure Tool Company. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but they're out of Colorado. I'll put a link down below so you can check that out if you're interested.
My camp kitchen is exactly the opposite side of the spectrum from Sterling's. It's super minimal. It all fits in this little tiny bag, and it's super minimal. I keep my little candle lantern in there in case I need some ambiance. And then I've got my little cook pot right here. One of the most important components of my camp kitchen is my little flask. This happens to be filled with bourbon, just in case we want to get into some of that tonight. And then my whole kit fits into this little box. And this is where I keep all like the wet things and the liquid things that might potentially leak, and the coffee grounds that might explode in the morning. So I always keep hot sauce, essential, salt and pepper, and oil for cooking. And then the bowl and the lid becomes the cutting board and the prep container for when I'm cutting things up. I keep some little silverware, backup matches for lighting the stove just in case the lighter goes bad, and a super tidy, simple Swiss Army knife with a corkscrew in case you end up with a bottle of wine at your campsite.
Yeah.
Wow, hi. Oh, look, now it looks pretty.
So good.
Should I hit this with some habanero salsa direct?
Yeah.
So, got a little lime you can hit it with here. Got a little bit of fresh cilantro. Can't go wrong with a giant pile of cilantro.
Damn, this looks good.
I know, I'm really excited. I'm so happy after eating chicken soup last night to be able to cook a proper camp meal. I think it hit 111.
Today was not a comfortable motorcycling day, but you know, it's just the kind of days that sometimes you got to do when you got to be on your bike and you got to go somewhere and it's 100 degrees plus. You just got to deal with it. But you got to make some good choices. You got to stay hydrated. We drank a lot today. We drank a lot of water. We stopped a lot.
I put down at least a gallon today.
Yeah, I drank at least a gallon of water today, and I'm carrying a full gallon of water on my motorcycle. A whole gallon takes up like half a pannier. But we didn't know we would be camping by a reservoir, and you know, we're in the desert. We're a little higher than the desert. Where are we now?
We're in central Utah. We're sort of into that like southeast of Provo, kind of, not quite the mountains, but definitely not the desert.
But we were definitely in the desert today.
Oh yeah.
For a long ways, and so we were prepared. We had the water that we needed. Pretty much everything else.
Do you feel a renewed focus and interest on water in light of your recent experiences?
Absolutely. Oh.
It actually feels really good to wake up and put your puffy on and be in your long underwear. It's sort of really nice after 110 degree riding days.
It's overcast, it's windy, it's kind of cool, almost bordering on cold after yesterday, so a little different story. And we're gonna head into Salt Lake City and get ready for this Overland Expo event that we've got to go work at. So this video is just about done. We got a little bit of riding left to do today, and then it's on to the next thing.
Yeah, everybody's going to work. We're doing a work project this weekend. That's gonna be fun. This is how I do this. It all goes into this stuff sack together. That way these don't get all mishmashy with this.
We're gonna head up to Salt Lake City today. Eva and I have to get to work at the Overland Expo event that's going on up in that area. So we've got a little more riding to do to get us up there. Thanks for sticking around on this video. It's kind of our first ride of summertime, and I hope you've enjoyed this this short little excursion into Utah with Eva and myself. Thanks for watching.